partly because long-distance running is an easy and inexpensive sport to take up. All you need are a place to run, and 2 feet. Some experts also think that the high terrain of East Africa helps distance runners build their stamina. However, there is also international politics involved. The first world-famous East African runners were Abebe Bikila of Ethiopia, winner of the Olympic marathon in 1960 and 1964, and Kip Keino of Kenya, also a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, in the 1,500 meters in 1968 and the 3,000-meter steeplechase in 1972. Both Ethiopia and Kenya had been colonies of European countries. The message of colonialism is "conquerors good, conquered bad." Black athletes who had memories of being ruled by whites won Olympic gold, the highest honor in sport, at the very time in history that African nations were rebelling against colonialism and fighting for independence. The victories of Bikila, Keino and their successors sent a powerful message that Black African is just as good as, and even better than, white European. It was fitting that Bikila won his first gold medal in Italy, the country which had colonized Ethiopia. Why other Africans have followed in the footsteps of Bikila and Keino? When certain sports catch on in new territory, they generate momentum. After a Mexican athlete won a medal in race walking at the Mexico City Olympics, Mexicans began to take up race walking. Usain Bolt has helped make Jamaica a sprinting power, but he was merely following the world-class Jamaican sprinters who came before him. Since basketball was invented in the United States, for many Americans it's a matter of life and death for the USA to win the gold in Olympic basketball. Similarly, it's to be expected that Africans who admire Bikila, Keino, and the many other champion distance runners will gravitate to the same sport. Had the first world-class African athletes been golfers, we'd probably see many more Africans playing golf. I am Kenyan and I have lived here all of my life. The answer I will provide here is therefore from primary observation. I would say, most of us are mesmerized by the Kalenjins because of their ability to run long distances. It's worth noting that many Kenyan children walk to school and many more live in high altitudes. However, they rarely reach the level of success associated with the Kalenjins. Having a lean body, naturally fit body may be the reason, but again there are other people, tribes with such bodies but never reach the average success of the Kalenjins. In high school, Kalenjin athletes easily won the long races without any practice. The potential of these guys is just incredible. I would say, the Kalenjins do so well in long races because of a combination of factors that cannot be summed up in one sentence. They are naturally athletic, that is, they have low fat-boy ratio, not all of them but a huge majority. They live in high altitudes, thus their body blood has adapted to lower oxygen levels. The other reason is the sheer determination of these people. They remain intrinsically motivated to succeed. Running has become for them a heritage they wouldn't trade for anything else. They have programs that search talents and develop them, therefore increasing their chances of success. Suppose you are a 10-year-old kid in the US that has some running talent, however you define it. You might end up joining a running group in school, or that same physical ability might see you snapped up by the football, basketball, or baseball coaches. Maybe you have the ability to be the best runner in the US, or the 100th best football player. Guess which one is better paid? But you don't know yet if you will be successful in any sport. So you hedge your bets. You practice, but you also study. If you don't make it in sports, you could have a career as a doctor, or a lawyer, or an accountant, or a plumber, or a mechanic, or, there are lots of options available, all with a pretty decent income. In Kenya and Ethiopia, the available sports are running and running. The sporting heroes are runners, the talent scouts are looking for runners, the facilities, such as there are for runners. Most of the Kenyans and Ethiopians you see running marathons in Europe and the US. Their career choices were runner and subsistence farmer. The life of the runner is much better than the life of the subsistence farmer, so there is a constant supply of kids wanting to be runners. And that means that training regimens can be tough, very tough. If 90 kids break down, and these kids are very motivated, 10 will survive and be stronger, and another 100 are ready and waiting to try. I just recently read an excellent article, How One Kenyan Tribe Produces the World's Best Runners, by Gregory Warner, specifically on this question. For the most part, Kenyans are the dominant force in marathon running, and specifically are all members of the Kalenjin tribe. While a high-starch diet, altitude at which they live and economics conditions do provide an edge, their genetic makeup and body type, the shape of their body and specifically extremely thin ankles and calves, appears to be a major contributing factor as to why they dominate. According to this article, they are also trained to endure pain through mental toughness from a very young age. At one point, around the age of 15, they go through a ceremony of pain that includes circumcision as part of the finale. Their faces are painted with mud, and if it cracks from cringing or creasing their face, or if they make any sound, they have failed and are labeled a coward and essentially ostracized from the tribe.